How's it going? Tim, T-Town T-Shirts, back with another video. So I was in the comments of another podcast last night with talking about embroidery and stuff like that. So um, there's a few programs that I do use to get jump right in here. Where there's programs that not programs, but there's websites that I use that I buy all my apparel from. They have sub websites for design, so you can make mock-ups and change prices and colors and all that type of stuff. So I use Sanmar, I use Augusta. They both have the same uh, styleware mock-up stuff. So this video I'll go over Sanmar, of what they have for theirs. They also have websites where you can build your own websites. I may show that in this video. I may make a separate video. We'll see how long it goes here. But let me move my screen over here and I'll start with the demonstration. So hang tight. One thing real quick, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell. Make sure you get notified when I post videos. And we'll go from there. Let me switch cameras. Cool. So here's the Sanmar site. I'm logged out of the Sanmar site just to show you their prices, so you don't see my prices. I would assume if you have a Sanmar, your prices are going to be the same too. Could be a little bit. Your prices could be a little bit higher than mine if you don't buy enough from them or so forth. So I'm going to work on the Carhartt hoodies. They're pretty expensive. These ones are they start at $50, so that's the retail price of that. And it shows you there's a catalog. It shows what page you're on. But from here, if you're on the website and you don't have, I have in my description up top, I have it where I can just click on it. But if you're here, any of the products you want from the Sanmar website, if you go to create flyer, you can email that page. You can do that too. That's a little bit too much for me sometimes. But you create a flyer. It's going to open up. It's going to ask you to log in. I'm going to switch my screen. All right. I already have it open. I had to switch to shared screen, but I already have it open. So here's the main page here. So home digitize the studio. So this is where the digitize studio is here. This is where you can make an e-catalog or flyer, or generic catalogs or custom websites. This is what I was talking about, the custom websites. I do use the custom website sometimes. Actually, I use that a lot. I have a couple of customers when they say, "Hey, what do you offer?" I'll make a custom website for them, and it's just their own link at the end. But here, you're going to get started. You're going to start now. Sorry for some of the in and out. You have to be logged in, and when I'm doing screen share, it doesn't help. So you can do a virtual sample tool. I've used that a few times. You can build your files going to my files, but this is where you want to go. You can watch the video if you want, but to get started, we're going to click on that. And you can pick whichever flyer you want to build. So if you want a letter, all this stuff, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I usually just do traditional because what I'm building is for a letter. So, I mean, that's the same thing here. So that's traditional. So give it a name. Just remember, I'm going to tell you a little trick or a little tip here. Whatever that name is, that's what the file is going to be saved when you export it out. So I'm going to put YouTube on here just because, and you can change the sizes, how many pages you want to, how many pages you think you're going to have. You can add pages when you get in. So hit create. You can configure if you want. I'm just going to skip. So here's the main page, right? So we're going to find a product. We can go over here, find a product. Like I said, we're going to go for that hoodie. And then we're going to paste the hoodie product name number in, or the item number in, click enter. So here over on this side right here, you'll be able to see each color. So if you wanted to change the color that you want to bring in, if you want to change the color you want to bring in, you can change the color. And then you can go into details. You can pick the different view you want. So if you want this view instead or that view, you can show which view you want of each color. And then options, available options, I'll show you that. And then pricing, show you the pricing that's coming in. So let's go with the black. Let's go with this one right here, going sideways, and then you can add the canvas. If you like whatever the pictures here, you can add the canvas here too. So since I'm picking this one and I want to change the way that the mock-up, we'll do that and add to canvas. So it adds the canvas. So you can print that, be done with that. That would be their prices, blah, blah, blah. What I like to do is go into image size, and then I'll go over the width. I'll make this width a little bit bigger. You can also come down here and reselect different images that you would like to use on the canvas. So like I said, I wanted to see that one. So there's virtual sample. Virtual sample is pretty cool too. You could take your image and it'll be your it could be your mock-up. I typically, sometimes I use that. My problem is I usually sell people on blank products, and then I add, the screen print, the embroidery, whatever I'm doing on their vinyl. So I'm selling them blanks and then telling them how much it's going to cost to add something. So, but if you want, you can go to the virtual sample. I probably have a few pictures in here. I save my embroidery files. So images over here. I save my embroidery files as PNGs that look like embroidery. So we'll do Rams football. We'll do this one here. Select this and pull this over here. And then this could be your mock-up, right? If I want to say I'm going to do a full front, big mock-up there, and then you hit done and hit save, and it's off a little bit. So let this pan through. Hit the like button, subscribe. So that's going to be your mock-up. So if you wanted to have it as your mock-up in there, you can, but we're going to get rid of that. We're just going to do what I wanted to do before without it. So you got that product image. You can switch which way you like it. If you want it up top, if you want it on that side, you want it on the bottom. What I have noticed with hats, all their hats have a bunch of blank area on the bottom of it. It doesn't fit in images very well. So you can play with it, whichever one you want to do over here, whichever side you want to do. So product name, you can switch the product name. So if you didn't want to have the part number in there or the item number in there, or if you wanted to add in their sample, you want to type in sample and you see how it puts sample in there, or you can put in customer's name and we want to put YouTube. Hit spacebar. You can hit YouTube. So it's going to be a YouTube shirt. So we can go back. Product label. Put my own label in there. Type in here. So YouTube again. See where that goes. YouTube. Oh, I gotta click it on. So right here, it's going to be product name. So it's going to give a little bit of a background. And you're going to be able to adjust the fonts and the sizes. And if you wanted to make that a little bit smaller, you could. So if you wanted to put your product number that you keep in stock in your store, you can do that. Product ID is the same thing. Product ID would probably be, you would put your SKU number if you want to control it that way. So description, if you wanted to change the description, if you wanted to, select colors, if you wanted to add something to your description, if you wanted to do a different description, take something out, good. You see all the information over there. Change the font color. Well, I don't know if you can change the font color. Let's see. Description. Yeah, you can change the font color. The font itself. Let's see. Cookie. Why didn't it change? I didn't change the font. I've never changed the font before, so yeah, I don't know. It didn't change the font. My apologies. Colors. Colors is a big thing. They always give you just swatches only. You can change the size of it, but remember, everything else is going to change when you change the size of it. If you want to not offer a color, unselect it. You also can go up here and do swatch and text on here. So you probably want to, you always have to make the text bigger, I feel. So you can have the product color names on there, or if you just wanted to do text only or swatch only, you can do that, whatever you would like to do. So you got colors, you got sizing. If you didn't want to offer 4X, just take that off. Click back out down here. And let's see, it should have came out. Yeah, that should have changed since you didn't have it. Let's see if it changes after I change the price. So prices. Here's your pricing. You can always do starting at prices, uh, and then you can change the starting price if you want. Retail price. Uh, that's usually bulked at retail price. I normally don't go in there. Use retail price. Uh, and then, okay, so here it is. Mark up, mark down. If you want to mark that up, if you want, you can. I typically, on stuff that ain't super expensive, I usually do minus 30, and then it gives you their cost. But I have noticed that, not noticed, but I did realize that Carhartts are pretty expensive, and the 30% off, you only make like $2 or $1 off of it. So I'm now going to move to 20% on mine, because if you are working on these hoodies, whatever you're doing, if you mess one up, your cost is 30, 32, $35, whatever it is. I'm not sure what your cost would be, but you want to be able to cover yourself or with shipping, all that type of stuff. So you can change all that. And if you wanted, like here, you can come over here. And since you took off the 3X or you took off the 4X, you can put that inside there. So we'll just delete that because we're not going to do 4X. So if you want to put your prices in here. So say you wanted this one to be $60, just an idea, $60. If you wanted the 3X, it was going to be $60. Let's see if it changes the font again. It changed the font on that one. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't change the font on this, but we're okay with that. Change the color. We want to change the color of this. So let's change it to red. Okay, so everything's going to be red. Nope, let me click back on there. So there's your thing here. So like I like to put, and then you can take this, if you're in here, you can take this and you can make it smaller by hand if you want, make it wider, do whatever you want to do. If you have another page, you can manage pages. I do suggest if you don't want one of the pages, to make sure you come in here and delete a page. So you want to add a new page, it'll give you a new page. Okay. So we'll go back to page 1. Say you wanted to duplicate this. Or, okay, we want to put my logo. So I go over to images. You can upload all the images you want. So I'll go over here to my images, and here's my image, drag and drop. I have a big border around there. So if I want to put my logo in there somewhere on the bottom or wherever, I'm just going to set it here. If I wanted to put it up there, do it there. So we'll set your logo right there for you. This is where you want to duplicate, right? So if you go here, you right click, you can move pages, you can copy, you can move to the back, reset default, delete. So we're going to move the page, we're going to copy it. So it gives you another one. So you right click again, and then you want to move to page 2. Okay, so if you want to get another product up, so we want to do the tall version on another page, and I know tall, you put another T in here for that. Oops, darn it. So we're going to right click and delete it. I didn't hit enter over here on this, enter. So here's the tall. So now we want to do the moss, and then we want to add that over here. Like I said, if you want to leave everything the way it is, leave it. If you want to change the price real quick, we're going to mark this one down 20. So it's going to be $44 for each of them. If you want to leave it like that, move it bigger, whatever you want to do. And it made a new page for it. Should have just added it. Okay, so I made a new page. So what we're going to do here is we're going to right click because I want it on page 2. So you right click, move to page 2, and now you're on page 2. And we want to try to grab my logo. Okay, so it's stuck behind there. Have you guys seen it was stuck? I can't select it. So if you go over here, here is my brand. I can go over there, and now I can select it and say I want to put it there. So that's how you do that. All right, so I have that extra page. So we'll go manage page. We want to delete that because it will give you a blank page. And it really does suck having a blank page. So this video is getting pretty long. So hopefully everybody liked it. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Pound the notification button. All right, so what we're going to do here, you want to save and publish. So if you save and publish, it's going to save it into the system. So you hit save. You can share it if you wanted to get shareable link. If you wanted to just share the link from here, you could embed into your website. You can embed it into your website, share social media. It's creating a link. It's creating a link right now for you. but we're going to download. So we hit download. So you can do PDF, PNG, recommended sizes, print quality, normal sizes. PNG is the same thing. I typically just do PNG and I do download. If you want to work with PDF, you can also work with PDF, but I don't work with PDF. So hit download, hit process. It takes a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. There it is. So this is going to pop up. That's going to ask you to allow it. And I'm using Chrome. So if you're using Firefox or the other one that's out there, you may not have to do that, but I have to hit allow. Now it downloads. You can't see, but it hit it in my download folder. Since it's multiple pages, it zips it out for you. So that's pretty cool for size purposes. So give me 1 second. Let me see if I can share a new screen. Don't mind all my other mess here. So we're going to right click. We're going to extract all. I'm going to extract it. Okay, here it is. It shows 0, 1 and page 0 and page 1. It does still show that it's YouTube in the folder. Let's see if it opens up the picture. All right, so I extracted the file. Double click on it. It's in YouTube. It's going to be page 0, page 1. Double click on that. And here's going to be your image. So this is what you're going to have. Exactly what you want. You want your prices down there. Shows the prices. Send it to people PDF. Like I said, you can save each one of them you want. As you can see, that everything that I adjusted is in there. Perfect image, quality, all that good stuff. One thing that I typically do is I go in here and I rename it. I'll come in here and rename, and then we'll put the product number, which is CTK121. And so you know, so when it comes in here, if you want to change the view, let's go large. You can see them. So here's that second page that we did. Here's all that page. So kind of cool. So hope this works out pretty good for everybody. All right. Well, there's that. So the website for this is sanmardesignstudio.com. It's for users or whatever users, and for users, you have to be logged in for the users to be able to adjust all that stuff. So any of the product you look up, anything you want to do, you can look up. Like I said, you just go in there, search for the item number, and you'll be able to find everything that you need through there. So there's that video. Appreciate everybody for watching right there. Up there, if you want to follow us on all social medias, scan that with your phone if you're watching on a computer. That's to my link tree. Pretty sure. So go to my link tree. You'll be able to follow me on all the social medias, YouTube's, or on YouTube, right? Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. So one more time, hit the like button. Share it if this is something that you like. I hope this helped. Barb, this is for you. I know that you're asking about it. But Augusta has the same type of website also that you can use too for their products. It's the same one, if I'm not mistaken. So Sanmar marketing, do all that good stuff with everything you have there. So this is Tim from T-Town T-Shirts. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.